Welcome to Rock Club's record album review of the Cars debut album. My name is Kevin Z, and I am a lifelong musician and music fan. I'd like to think that I've gained some musical wisdom over my 50 years of listening to, performing, and studying music from among my many favorite artists. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my Rock Club channel, as I intend to review another monumental album each week. I grew up with classic rock bands like Led Zeppelin, Boston, and Kiss, and I watched as new wave bands like Duran Duran hit it big on MTV and television shows like Friday Night Videos. I witnessed the evolutions of 80s alternative rock bands and the hair metal and the rise of grunge. I'll give you my perspective on epic rock albums spanning across these years. I hope I can pass some of this knowledge along to my daughters Sky and Ava, whose playlists include tunes from not only my album collection, but my first generation iPod, you know, the one with the dial on the front of it. And also an inspiration has been some gals that I work with, Maya and Patty, who heard my playlist songs at work, many of them for the first time, and commented on how today's music had changed so much and how Generation Z can benefit from my knowledge of these great artists and bands. I'm reviewing artist albums in the format order as they were originally intended to be listened to. Keep in mind, these are my opinions, so feel free to comment, agree, or disagree. So let's begin. Gaining notoriety among Boston area bar scenes starting in 1976, the Cars would start receiving local radio station airplay of two of their original demos of the songs Just What I Needed and My Best Friend's Girl. A record label bidding war ensued, and Elektra Records would win the Cars as their fledgling new wave band, becoming label mates with classic rockers, the Eagles and Jackson Browne. The label would fly the band over to England and provide them with production wizard Roy Thomas Baker, also known as RTB, having worked with such popular rock artists as Queen, the Rolling Stones, The Who, and David Bowie, and Free, just to name a few. Wow, that's quite the resume. The Cars' debut album was released on June 6th, 1978, and would contain 9 songs, all credited to rhythm guitarist and vocalist Rick Ocasek. 6 of the songs would receive regular radio airplay across the US and get the Cars' engine really running. The other members of the Cars were Benjamin Orr, lead vocalist, bass player, and Elliot Easton, lead guitar, backing vocals, Greg Hawkes on keyboards, saxophone, and backing vocals, and David Robinson, drums, percussion, syn drums, and backing vocals. Track number 1 on the album, Good Times Roll. The album opens with a song that would become a party anthem of the late 70s. With a catchy intro and cool swagger, the song's big production and heavy compressed sound, it envelops the listener. Rick tells us to let them brush your rock and roll hair and let the good times roll. Won't you let the good times roll? Roy Thomas Baker records excellent layered harmonies of the band in the chorus that he no doubt mastered during the work he did with the band Queen. Track 2 on side 1, My Best Friend's Girl, is a very catchy intro with Rick on guitar singing and a clap track providing the rhythm before the huge drum fill kicks the rest of the band in. Rick tells the story of a girl who got away, but he's still an admirer of. I happen to have a few of those. Track 3, side 1, Just What I Needed, is one of the most popular radio tunes of the album, and again has a catchy intro that hooks you right away, with the band hitting a power chord in unison on beat 4 and then doubling it right before the first verse kicks in. This song features Ben Orr on lead vocals singing about the girl. I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. Lots of songs about beautiful but dangerous girls on this album, and fittingly a European model on the front cover. Rokk would later go on to marry one. Track 4 on side 1, I'm in Touch with Your World. It has Rokk singing lead and a wide array of percussion and special effects played by David Robinson. It's a tune that is as quirky as it is catchy. Last song on side 1, Don't You Stop. It's a straightforward rocker with featuring keyboardist Greg Hawkes and a nice guitar solo from Elliot Easton. Can you count how many times the band sings, Don't You Stop, Don't You Stop, Don't You Stop? Side 2, You're All I've Got Tonight. Side 2 opens with this radio favorite, and it is a great, huge production. Tribal drums intro the song. It rocks hard and has Rokk singing, I don't care if you used me again, ban out, ban out. And it's the good old days of, that tune ends with a cool call and repeat part too. I need you tonight. I need you tonight. And next track on the album, song 2, side 2. In my opinion, the best song on the album is Bye Bye Love. It is sang by Benjamin Moore at his best lead vocal part on the album. Fantastic lyrics as well. There's one line, it's an orangey sky, always it's some other guy, it's just a broken lullaby. Bye, bye love. Super catchy. There's also a mesmerizing keyboard solo in that track as well. Track 3, side 2 is a trippy journey into your stereo system, a song entitled Moving in Stereo, hence the song title. The production is intense with Ben Orr's vocals leading you on a kind of psychedelic sound effect odyssey. Great panning on the vocals and keyboard effects that permeate this sonic landscape. The ending sounds like a spaceship taking off, for crying out loud. So, wow, what more can I say about that tune? And finally, last song on the album is All Mixed Up. This tune, the last tune on the album, is once again a great sonic production with Ben Orr on lead vocals. The chorus has the big Queen-like choir effect as well. So a nice build-up on this tune and an outro which features a great saxophone solo by a normally keyboardist Greg Hawkes. The Cars' 1978 iconic debut album was recently chosen by the Library of Congress in April 2024 to be one of the recordings added to the library's National Recording Registry. Quote, deemed so vital to the history of America, aesthetically, culturally, and historically, that they demand permanent archiving in our nation's library, unquote. If you grew up in the 70s like me, this is one of the most memorable albums of your young, rocking childhood. Thanks for tuning in, and look for more Rokk Club record album reviews in the near future. Peace.